So we've already studied about nouns. What are nouns? Noun is the name of a person, place, animal, or thing. We have also studied about the kinds of noun. Today we are going to study nouns in number. Basically, we see there are two kinds of number, singular and plural numbers. Singular numbers, when we are referring to anything which is one in quantity. Say, for example, there is one student, one boy. There is an apple, that is a single apple kept there. There is a chair lying. When we are talking in terms of one single thing, that is singular numbers. When we are talking about anything which is more than one, that becomes plural numbers. There are two apples. There are hundreds of apples kept there. There are 30 students there. When there is something in quantity more than one, multiple numbers, that becomes plural numbers. Talking about the two kinds of nouns in terms of number, noun in singular form and noun in plural form, we see when we are talking about one person, one animal, or one thing, then we are using noun in singular form. For example, memento. There is only one memento, so that is singular noun. There is one glass. We are referring to just one glass. That is singular. There is one man, so we are using noun in singular form. While when we are referring to any person, place, animal, or thing which is referring to more than one, multiple numbers, it is anything more than one, that becomes noun in plural form. For example, mementos, more than one, mementos, that is plural form. Then glasses, there are glasses kept. We're not referring to one glass but more than one. So that is in plural form. Men. So singular is anything when we are referring to something which is single, that is one in number. But if it becomes more than one in number, that takes the plural form. Now, talking about what are countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Again, you can get some idea from the name of the word itself, countable. Something that you can count is countable noun. If a noun can be counted, that it is one in quantity, two or hundred or thousand, you can specifically count in numbers, that becomes a countable noun. For example, there is an apple, that is, there is one apple. There are three apples kept. You can count the number of apples. There is a school. You can know that there's only one single school, or you can say there are 100 schools in my city, so you can count the number of schools. There's one picture or two pictures, so anything that can be counted is referred to as a countable noun. Uncountable noun is something which you cannot count. For example, sugar. Can you count, like there's one sugar, there's two, give me two sugar? No, sugar is usually measured in kgs. So measuring is different from counting something. You cannot count sugar, you cannot count water. Give me one water, give me two water. Can you do that? No. Water can be measured in liters, but it, which is a specific unit given to it, but it cannot be counted. Give me one information, give me two information. Does it make sense? No. You cannot count sugar, information, water. So such things, such noun which cannot be counted, they are known as uncountable nouns. Another important thing is countable noun. Anything that you can count in terms of number, it can take either singular form or plural form depending what the sentence is. For example, if you're referring to one book, so you will take the singular form. There is a book on the table. If there were many books, say four books lying, so you'd say there are four books on the table. So it takes plural. So depending on what you are referring to, if you're talking about one singular thing, it will take a singular verb. If you're talking about more than one, then it will take a plural form. Those houses, we are talking about more than one house, those houses, so it takes plural verb. Those houses are very big. So it all depends, you're talking about singular or plural. Accordingly, you will take the verb in case of countable noun, where you know, okay, this is one thing or this is two or three or whatever number of things. In case of uncountable noun, it always takes singular verbs. Something which you cannot count in terms of number one, two, three, that always takes singular verbs. For example, there is some water in that pitcher. So are you saying there are some water? No, you are using the singular verb. So you say there is some water. So always remember, in case of uncountable noun, you do not take the plural verb but you take the singular verb. Today we are going to study about some rules how to change singular into plural forms. The very basic or the general rule is to add s to the word to make it plural. As for example, car, what do? You simply add an s, cars, the plural form. Bag, you will simply add an s, becomes bags, the plural form. Boy, you add s, boys. Girl, you add s, becomes girls, the plural form. Run, add an s, becomes runs. Table, add an s, becomes tables. Apple, you add an s, becomes apples, the plural form. This is the general rule which is applied. But then there are some nouns which end with letter S, X, Z, CH, SH or double S. If you see nouns ending with these letters, you do not add an S, rather you add ES to it to make them plural. Say for example, noun ending with S, bus, it is ending with letter S. How do we make them plural? By adding ES, buses. Ending with X, fox, this is ending with X, we add ES to it, foxes. Box, it is ending with X, how do we make them plural? EX, boxes. If it is ending with CH, march, what do? We will add ES to it, marches. Bench, how do we make it plural? ES, benches. SH, dish, this is ending with SH, how do we make it plural? By adding ES to it, dishes. Splash, how do we make plural of it? By adding ES, splashes. If you see any word ending with S or double S is like for example class, what do? How do we make it plural? By adding ES to it, classes. Like dress, ending with S or you can say double S, we add ES, dresses. So these are the rules that we apply. Then there are nouns which end with the letter F or FE. In this case, what we do, we remove this F or FE and we add VES to the word. Let us see how. The word calf, what will you do in this? You will remove this F, you will add VES and it becomes calves. Like for example, half, what will we do? It is ending with F, you will remove the F, you will add VES, making it halves. Wolf, you remove the F, you add VES. So if there are some nouns which are ending with F or FE, you remove that F or FE and add VES. Like wife, it is ending with FE. So what will you do? You will remove this FE, add VES, making it wives. Scarf, you remove the F, you add VES, making it scarves. Life, what will you do? Ending with FE, you will remove the FE, you will add VES, it becomes lives, the plural form. But again, here also there are some exceptions. For example, this word belief, ideally you should be asking why not remove F and add VES. Believes, but that is when you say believe, it becomes beliefs, but here belief, we will simply add an S and it becomes belief. So there are some exceptions where this VES is not added. For example, chief, it is ending with F, but we do not add VES, we simply add S to it, making it chiefs. Like example, proof, let me raise and write again, proof, here we simply add S to it, makes it and make it proofs. So that is how we see there are some exceptions. Cuff, you simply add an S, we do not add VES even though it is ending with F or FE. But in general, we see if there are nouns ending with F or FE, we simply remove the F and FE part and add VES to it. The more you practice and the more you will learn about general, the rules and the few exceptions which are to each rule. Now, when you come across some noun which is ending with the letter O, you have to do one thing. You have to see the letter which comes just before O, whether it is a vowel or it is not a vowel. I hope you know what is a vowel. A, E, I, O, U. these letters are known as vowel, and the letters which are not vowel, they are known as consonants. So if you come across any word which is ending with an O, but right before it there is a vowel, A, E, I, O, U, then what do you do to make it plural? You will simply add S to that O, making it plural. Say for example the word radio. Here we see it is ending with O. Okay, so what is the letter before it? I. But I is a vowel. So what we do? We will add S to make it plural. It becomes radios. Video. We see it is ending with O. What is the letter before it? It is E. E is a vowel. So we will add S to it and we will make it videos. So you're understanding, when it is ending with O, you have to see what is the letter before it. If it is a vowel, you will make it, add S to it. For example, bamboo. Let's take an example of bamboo. Here it is ending with O and it also has a vowel before it, O. So again we will add S to it and it becomes bamboos. So in this case, if there is any word which has a double O in the end, it automatically you can add S to it, because we see the letter before O is already O, which is a vowel. So simply add S. So when you come across any word which is ending with O, just see if the letter before it is a vowel, you will add simply S, make it plural. But if you come across a word which is ending with O and the letter before it is not a vowel but a consonant, in that case you do not add S but you add ES to make it plural. For example, potato. It is ending with O, so you will check what is the letter before it. It is a T. Now this is not a vowel, so you will simply add ES to it, making it potatoes. Tomato. It is ending with O but it has T before it, which is not a vowel, so you add ES, tomatoes. Hero, you add simply, you see that before O there is R, which is a consonant, you add ES, it becomes heroes. Mosquito, you see before O there comes T, you will add ES, making it mosquitoes. But then again there are some exceptions to this rule. When you see that O is ending, the word is ending with O but before it there is a consonant, not a vowel. Like in the case of piano, ideally you should be adding ES, but no, here you simply add an S. Even though before O there is N, which is a consonant, you add simply S, making it pianos. Photos, hellos. Studio, radio. Let's see, for example, radio, radios. That we know that there is a vowel, so simply add S to it. But in this case, where we see that it is ending with a O but has a consonant, like in the case of photo, this is an exception. We will not add ES but add S to it. So I hope this is being clear to it. The more you'll practice, the more you'll learn. If you come across any noun ending with O, just see which is the letter before it. Is it a vowel? Simply add S. It is not a vowel, it is a consonant, add ES to it. But keep in mind there are certain exceptions which you can learn only by practice. Then there is another rule. If there is a word which is ending with Y, then again you have to see whether the letter before Y is a consonant or a vowel. If you see that any word is ending with Y and there is a consonant before it, there is not a vowel but a consonant before it, so in that case you will remove that Y and add IES to it. If you see there is a word ending with Y and before it there is a consonant, not a vowel but a consonant, there you remove the Y, add IES to make it plural. Let's understand with an example. City. You see that this is ending with Y. Okay, this word is ending with Y. What is the letter before it? T. It is not a vowel. So we will remove this Y. We will add IES, making it cities. Similarly, you can see candy. You see before Y there is D. It is a consonant. So you remove the Y, add IES, making it candies. Lady. What do? You remove Y, you add IES, making it ladies. Cherry. Remove the Y, IES, cherries. Story. What do you do in the case of story? Let's see. Ending with Y, there's R before it, which is a consonant. You remove Y, you make it IES, stories. Reply, remove the Y, you add IES, replies. Now, what happens in the case where the word is ending with Y, but the letter before it is a vowel, that is A, E, I, O, U. In that case, you will not remove the Y, you will simply add S. Say for example, day. Here you see, okay, the word is ending with Y, which is the one before that. It is A, it is a vowel. So no, you don't remove Y here, you simply add S. Days. Toy. You see it is ending with Y, but there is a vowel before it, O. So you simply add S to it. It becomes toys. Then, for example, donkey. Again, monkey. You see that Y, before Y there is E, which is a vowel. So you simply add S to it. It becomes donkeys, the plural form. Like for example, joy. You see it is ending with Y, but there is a vowel before it. You simply add S. Joys. So I hope these basic rules are clear to you, that you, in general rule, you'll simply apply an S. If you see words that are ending with S, double S, X, Z, CH, SH, you will add ES to them. If it is ending with F or FE, you remove that F or FE and add VES to it. There are some exceptions to it. Then you see, okay, this word is ending with O. There will be two cases. Let us see, before O, is there a consonant or a vowel? If there is a vowel before it, then you add simply S. Okay, if there is a consonant before O, you add ES. Then if you check if the word is ending with Y, okay, now let us see if there is a consonant before it or a vowel before it. If there is a consonant before Y, you remove Y, add IES. When you see that it is ending with Y but it has a vowel before it, what do? You simply add S to it. So you have to keep basic rules in mind. Check what is the letter that word is ending with, F or FE, O, or is it ending with Y, or it is ending with S, double S, SH, X, Z. You will get a lot of idea. But then again, there are a few exceptions which by practice you learn. But at least know these basic rules and apply them in the cases that you can to know about it. Then moving on to some more rules, we see there are some nouns which form the plurals by changing the vowel. We know what a vowel is. A, E, I, O, U. Let's see for example, woman. So here we remove this vowel A, make it E. Women. Man. We remove this vowel A, use E. Men. Goose. Geese. Mouse. Change this vowel OU into I. Mice. Foot. Feet. So there are some words which you make the plural form by changing their vowels. Then there are some nouns, in order to make them plurals, you add the end with en or ren. Let's see which. Ox. You do not add es or s or ies. No, these are not the ways to make it plural. You add en to it. Oxen. Child, you add ren. Children. Brother, ren. Brethren. So these are things which you get to know with practice, with usage of words. You have always known, okay, child becomes children, ox becomes oxen. There are no typical rules applied to it. These are irregular nouns, irregular plural forms in which the basic rules are not applied, but there are different kinds of rules applied, which you obviously get to know with more and more practice. Ox, oxen, child, children, brother, brethren. Then there are some nouns which remain the same, whether you are referring to them in one or plural form more than one, the same term is used for that. For example, deer. When you say referring to one deer, there is one deer there. Then also you'll use the term deer if you're talking in plural. Okay, there are 4 deer there. Then also you will say there are 4 deer there. You use the term deer only. There is no change made there. Fish. Fish also in plural form you call it fish only. Moose. Sheep. It also in the plural forms remain sheep. Hare. In the plural form also you refer to as hare. You don't say it hares. You say it hare. Sheep does not become sheeps. No, it remains sheep also in plural form. So there are some words which have the same form in singular also, plural also. Deer, fish, sheep, hare. These are some such words. Now, then there are some nouns that always take singular form. For example, furniture. When you're talking about furniture, you will talk in singular form and not in plural form. Like, this furniture is on sale. So here you are referring to it as in singular form. Like gold is a precious metal. You wouldn't say golds are a precious. No, you never called it golds, coppers, silvers, or any material noun for that example. Cottons, silks. No, you don't use in plural form. They always are used in singular sense. Gold is a precious metal. This shirt is made of cotton. These shirts are made of cotton. So you see, there are some words which always take the singular form. News. This is a good news. So there are some words which will always take the singular form. Music. What kind of music do you like to hear? Do you ever use the word musics? I like musics? No. You say it, I like music. It always takes the singular form. So there are some nouns which will always take the singular form. And there are some nouns which will always take the plural form. These are usually those which come in pairs. For example, scissors. Pass me that pair of scissors. You always use it in plural form. Cattle. Here you never refer there is a cattle. No, there are cattle grazing in the ground. Clothes. That's always used in plural form. Like spectacles, trousers. These are all always used in the plural form. Couple. These are all plural things. Then let us go through some examples to see if we have understood the rules that we have started and how to make plural form. Let's just move through some examples. Man, we studied how the vowel part is changed. Man becomes men. Fish. Fish is that noun that remains the same even in the plural form. Fish remains fish. Leaf. It is ending with F. What do? You remove the F and add VES. Leaves. Boy. You simply add an S. Boys. City. Okay, it is ending with Y. So what do we do when the words are ending with Y? We see whether the letter before it is a vowel or a consonant. What is it? It is a consonant. So what do? We will remove Y. Add IES. Becomes cities. Cherry. It is ending with Y. What is the word before Y? R. This is not a vowel. This is a consonant. What do? We remove Y. Add IES, making it cherries. Key, simple general rule we apply, add as keys. Child, REN, children. Belief, now this is exception, like we studied about chief. Belief, even though it is ending with F, we don't do that. We remove F and add VES. No, this is an exception one. We simply add S to it. It becomes beliefs. Boss, it is ending with double S. What do? We add ES to it. Bosses. Wolf, ending with an F. What do? Remove F, add VES. Mouse, again that vowel rule. Remove the OU, make it mice. Foot, vowel rule. Remove the O, make it ET, feet. Class, this is ending with double S. What do? We will add simply ES, classes. Church, it is ending with CH. What do? The words which end with CH, X, Z, SH, double S. What do? Simply add ES to it. Churches. Sheep, hare. What do? They remain the same even in the plural form. Sheep will remain sheep. So the more you practice and the more is how you will learn how to make the singular into plural form. Now, when you are asked to change the singular into plural, the term you have learnt by applying these rules, you will change it. But when we are asked to change the entire sentences, then accordingly the subject and predicate also will change accordingly. Let's understand with an example. If you're given this sentence, a fly is an insect. A fly, that is single fly. This is a singular sentence given in singular form, and you are asked change it into plural form. So let's see how we will change into plural form. First we see a fly. There is a single fly. We have to make fly into plural, flies. Then another thing, insect is given singular. We have to make this into plural. So fly will become flies and insect becomes insects. So but again, you do not write flies is an insect. Will you write like that? No. You will have to change the sentence also accordingly. Flies are insects. You're talking in plural form, so it becomes are. So flies are insect. If you have to change this other sentence, these oxen are mine. It is given in plural form. We can see that. Oxen, more than one. If you are asked to change it into singular form, what will you do? Oxen will become ox. Are will become is. These will become this. This ox is mine. Talking about the next sentence, like a guava grows on a tree. Change it into plural. Okay, so they are talking about one guava. I have to change it into plural. More. Then it becomes guavas. You add s to it, it becomes guavas. Then what else? Okay, tree is given in singular form. We have to change this noun into plural. It becomes trees. Guavas, trees. Will you write guavas grows on our trees? No. You will write guavas grow on trees. So you have to make changes in the sentence also accordingly, whether it is changing into singular form or the plural form, which verb is to be attached. So you have to change the sentence accordingly. Let us go through some examples to revise and to know if we have understood the changing singular into plural. I have three. Will it be child or children? Three is more than one. Plural form. It will be children. I have three children. There are five. Again, singular, plural. More than one. So there is plural. So I have five. There are five men. And one. Singular. Woman. There is one woman. Dash, baby or babies, they play with bottles as toys. Here everything is we see in plural form. Play. Baby play with bottles? No. Babies play with bottles as toy. Here you see it is play, not play is given. So it is babies play with. I put too big. It is more than one. Too big, it will become potatoes in the lunch box. A few men, again here see this is plural. Few men wear what? Watch? No. Here plural, so it will be watches. I put a makes it singular. So a memos? No. A memo. So it is I put a memo on the desk. I saw a is what? Singular. So I saw a mouse running by. There are again plural. There are few buses on the road today. So I hope you have understood how to change singular forms into plural, and when you're changing the sentences from singular to plural, how you have to change the verb also accordingly. So practice more and more. Go through the examples which are given in your book, in the exercises that will come about from the examples that you can see in this video, and practice more and more. For each rule, try to find out 5 such words which end with S or Y or O, and find out their plurals and write in a copy. Practice more and more to learn about singular and plural.